Hello and welcome to American Federal Government at Florida State College at Jacksonville. My name is Dr. Carolyn Schmidt and I am your professor this semester. I want to give you a quick screen capture walkthrough of your course so you know what to expect. First, you'll notice that when you come to class, you always land on the announcements page. Please read the announcements. This is a very efficient way for me to talk to all of you all at one time, and I expect that you know the information that I post in the announcements. So make sure to read them. If you ever need to get back to the announcements, you can get to it by clicking this announcements button here to the left in the course menu. So first, let's take a look at the course syllabus. Here you notice that it says Getting Started at the top. So in order to get started, what I want you to do is read the welcome announcement, take a look at the course syllabus and also the calendar of activities. So the course syllabus is in here, the calendar of activities is a separate button, and you'll need to go to that. Then I want you to post an introduction in the Greetings and Introductions discussion board. You can get to that through this button here on the left as well. And then begin with Module 1, found in the course content area. So this is the course content area, and we'll see that in just a minute. First, let's go to the calendar of activities. This is the calendar of activities. It gives you the due dates for all of your activities, and it also tells you what we're doing in any particular week. Because this is a 12-week term, you'll notice that some weeks we do more than one module. We just do one module to start with, but we do two modules right away in week 2. Now, a note about due dates. You'll notice that in each of these weeks and modules there are discussion forums. So in week 1 we have a Greetings and Introduction discussion forum, and we also have discussion forum number 1. Both of those will be due by August the 30th. In week 2, we have discussion forum number 2 and discussion forum number 3. Both of those are due by September 6th. So you're going to want to make sure that you're keeping up to date with the discussion forums. I will accept written work like assignment 1 here late, and quizzes, although I suggest that you do them during the module where we do the reading. I don't actually require those to be due until the end of the semester. However, discussion forums do have to be done during the time that they are open. So discussion forum 1 will be due on August 30th, discussion forum 2 and 3 will be due on September 6th, and so on. So please keep an eye out for those discussion forum due dates. Notice also that we have 2 essays in this class, Essay 1 and Essay 2. Each of these is broken up into parts. So Essay 1, Part 1, technically is due on September 13th, although there is actually nothing to submit. Essay 1, the entire thing, Parts 1 and 2, is due by September 20th. And so that means, you're just starting Essay 1 here in Module 4, but that you will submit it by September the 20th. Same thing is true with Essay 2. Essay 2, though, you'll notice that Part 1 and Part 2 both happen to be due in the same week for this class because of the number of weeks we have in the class and how the term broke out. So when you get to Essay 2, make sure that you have some time to get that done. Although like other writing assignments, I am willing to accept that late without penalty, so please just do your best to get it done. Again, the only thing that I don't accept late are discussion forums, and I do not accept those late under any circumstances. So please keep up with discussion forums. And then at the very end, I want to point out that the end of class is November 15th, and in fact, I will accept nothing after November 15th. I do not grant incompletes ever, so please make sure that you are ready to get all of your work submitted by November the 15th. This includes any quizzes that you put off or any late written work or anything like that. All of that needs to be due by November 15th, into me by then. So that's your course calendar, calendar of activities. Then we have the Greetings and Introductions discussion board. The Greetings and Introduction discussion board is a traditional discussion board for Blackboard. In order to post to it, you can create a thread, which is this button right here. If you click on that, then you can put your subject line. Since this is a Greetings and Introduction discussion, that would be your name to put here in the subject line, and then just tell us something about yourself and hit submit, and it will be added to this discussion board. So please go ahead and create your own thread. In later discussions, don't use your name as the subject line. Please use the subject of your post as your subject line. But since you are the subject of your post for an introduction, that would be appropriate for greetings and introductions. Now to go to course content, so back over here on the left, we're going to click on course content, and you can see that we have 16 weeks in this course, 16 modules in this course, and we do them in 12 weeks. So as it stated in your Start Here area, please go to Module 1. So let's click on Module 1. Here you'll see an optional video. These are not required, but they are very good. They're not very long, and they will help you sort of frame what you're going to learn. Then we have what you're supposed to do for this module listed out pretty clearly, including what readings. So you'll notice that the Module 1 reading happens to be Chapter 1. That is not always the case as we go through the semesters. The module numbers do not always match with the chapter numbers, so please make sure you're paying attention to what chapter number you're supposed to read. Then you have a direct link to the Greetings and Introductions discussion board, which you should check from time to time so you can learn about your other classmates, and also a direct link to discussion forum number 1. I want to say something about discussion forums. This is a standardized class at Florida State College at Jacksonville, which means that everyone who takes American Federal Government has essentially the same class. The requirement of the college is for people to post an initial discussion posting, like they answer the question themselves and then they reply to 2 other classmates. And that's what it says here to do. In my class, I am just looking for 3 total postings per discussion forum, and I am not I do not worry about whether or not the first one is an answer to the question, or if you answer the question more than 1 time, or if you have all replies. I just don't care about that. I'm much more interested in us having a good conversation. So if somebody has already posted something that you are going to say for your initial posting, you don't have to say that again. Just go ahead and jump into any conversation. I'm looking for 3 total postings as a minimum. I don't want them to be clustered all on the same day, please. Certainly not the last day of class or last day that they're due, because then we don't get any discussion at all. And I'm looking for postings to advance the conversation. So please don't rely on things like, yes, I agree, or those kinds of postings. I'm not going to count those postings toward your grade. Only substantive postings count toward your grade. So 3 substantive postings, they can be any type. They can be all replies. They can be all new threads. I don't care so long as they are substantive. And please don't repeat what other people have said. So if somebody has already said something, just join their conversation. Okay, so that's the instructions don't say that because these are standard instructions for the school, but that's how I like to run my discussion boards. Okay, so we're going to go back to course content here. And notice, like I said, that there are 16 modules. This one doesn't happen to have a banner, and you'll see that it says Your Project. In this semester, in this particular version of this class, we do not have a team project, although the standard version of this course has a team or group project. We do not. I got permission from the dean this summer to take the team project aspect out of this course. So we do still have a project, but not a team project. I have gone through and tried to remove the word team everywhere I could. And in this instance, it was in the banner, so I couldn't remove it, so it just doesn't have a banner. This gives you some information about your project. You'll notice that when you get done, I'm asking you to post it to the discussion forum and then also to do a personal evaluation. So we'll get to that at the end of the semester. I will show you some instructions for your project. I think they're in Module 2. Let's go look. Yes. So in Module 2, I'm asking you to submit your project topic, or at least initially what you think it will be. And this is where you will see the requirements for the project. This is an unusual project in that not only do I allow you to choose your own topic, so long as it is a political topic having to do with American federal government. That's the one restriction. But then I also allow you to choose what kind of project you want to do. So for example, You could do a pamphlet or a website or a photo essay. You could write a paper or do a PowerPoint presentation. If you are an artist and you want to do an original piece of artwork that's inspired by political topics, you may. Or if you're a musician, you could do an original piece of music. I will be really interested to see what kinds of projects that people come up with. I'll probably accept it if it's not on this list, but please let me know what your plan is. And you will have to submit your topic to me for initial approval. So this is a good time for me to show you how to submit work. You'll notice that all this stuff is all listed here, right? So for example, like I mentioned, this is Module 2. We have this optional video, and it's obvious how you do that. You just read this introduction stuff, but then here we get to assignment 1. So how do you submit assignments? See these titles, how they are underlined and it turns on and off when I mouse over it. If you click on that, it takes you to your assignment submission area. Please submit in .doc or .docx format because that is the easiest for the system to recognize. So you would upload your document here and hit submit, and then that would submit your assignment. So that's the assignment 1, discussion forum 2. To get there, you would also click on this title that's underlined. It takes you right to it. To take the quiz, you click on the title for that and it takes you to the quiz. To submit your project topic, you click on the title for that and it takes you right to it. The topic, you'll notice, is worth 0 points. That is because I want to see it. It is required, but it is not going to change your grade. So when you get 0 on your topic, don't worry about that. Okay, so that's your course content. This is your Ask the Professor area. This is an open discussion board. Again, you can create a thread and ask me questions, and I will come here and answer them. I try to get here every day, but I don't come on Sundays to answer questions. Please do not answer other students' questions. This is a place for students to ask me questions particularly. Please do not put private questions in the questions for the professor because this is an open discussion board and other students can read what's in here. If you have a private question you need to ask me, please go to course messages. This is on the left here. If we click on this, this is an in-class email system. It doesn't go to my email box. It keeps it in here, so it's archived forever. To send me an email, click create message, and then just choose me, right? So I am Carolyn Schmidt. Please choose me, and you can send me a message. Please check your course messages from time to time to see if there's anything in your inbox. Your My Grades area can be accessed by clicking on My Grades. And if you want to get to the discussions directly, rather than having to go through the course content buttons, you can click on that and go directly to the discussions. Please do not work ahead in the discussion boards. I ask that you follow the calendar of activities for when the discussion boards are open. So notice that this is another way to get to questions for the professor, hear your greetings and introductions, etc. So this is a quicker way to get to it, especially if you're coming to class on a mobile device. Okay, so I'm going to go back out to announcements. This course is now ready to go. So I hope that you enjoy the term that we have together, and I will see you online.